Thank you very much, Jamie. My name is Dr. Barry McCollum. I'm the CEO of Event Map Solutions, which is a Belfast-based software and services company. Next slide, please. Okay, so we originated from a spin-out from the Queen's University of Belfast in 2002. And since that particular point, we have been advising and developing and implementing software within institutions and universities to help them adopt smarter approaches to how they plan their campuses, the running of those campuses, and how they actually operationally manage them. So we span out of Queen's University based on research on optimization. We've developed software which facilitate the smooth running of organizations. We've a suite of software based on the underlying revolutionary uptime scheduling engine. And all of these products help organizations plan how they deliver education, what space they require, how they develop their organization, and provide the best possible educational environment. And we provide a suite of software to allow that planning process, but also to allow the underlying management of that process to make sure to facilitate and sustain that educational environment. Next slide. The Uptime Scheduling Engine is at the heart of all of our software, and you'll see from this particular graphic that we've a range of software around that actually tap in and use this. The first one of these is Booker, and that's just a straightforward room booking piece of software. We developed this hand in hand with Cambridge University to look at how that they could book all of their spaces, all of the different types of spaces within the university, and they use our software right across the university at the minute. But this shows how we can work very closely with an organization and help develop and implement and roll out a piece of software. We then have Timetabler. Timetabler really utilizes the scheduling engine within the software. That is to provide the best possible experience for students and making sure that the growth potential is there and they get the best possible timetable throughout the week or throughout the semester. Of course, examinations come at the end of courses, so you want the best possible examination schedule to give students as much time as possible between examinations. We then have placement, which governs and allows institutions to look at how they place students outside education and how they manage that entire process. Ceremonies allow students to be graduated. So we see the whole life cycle of students going through an organization here and making sure that institutions can make the best use of their space. Planner is our newest development within the software suites, and that allows institutions to plan what space they need, how they can accommodate growth within students, within the student number and the student body, what flexibility for staff they can offer, and most importantly now within these times of COVID, how do they need to reorganize their space and what is the impact of the social distancing rules within the space and how they go about teaching. And finally, we have Audit. Audit's a piece of software that allows us to look at how you actually use your space in institutions, to see that and to monitor that and to give visual representation and look at the underlying data patterns to make sure that resources are being used in the best way possible. Next slide, please. You will see on the top line here, we work for some of the absolute leading universities in the UK that have implemented our software. We're working for quite a number of others at the minute, looking and planning in relation to COVID, what happens in September, and going forward, how they implement better planning on top of their timetabling solutions that they have within the organizations. The second line will show you, we've worked quite extensively in the region. The company started more consultancy based, looking at and advising universities how they could use better space and what space they actually need. And you see we work with some of the key universities in your region and actually helping that. We're now moving towards the implementation of software solutions. And Gulf University have recently bought all of our software, and Sultan Qaboos University in Oman, we schedule 40,000 students throughout the region, developing our software and helping to place students as well. So we have quite experience of working within the region. Just below that, you'll see that we work with some of the world's leading global universities as well. We're quite diverse across education. It just isn't universities, from small colleges right up the range of different types of training organizations. And we've expanded outside education now, working for institutions like Channel 4, the Metropolitan Police London, Airbus, and recently have just entered the world of NHS and health. We also partner with a lot of the large world player companies in terms of delivering our solutions. So we're gaining quite a reputation in terms of being able to deliver solutions directly to organizations or through other partnering organizations. Next slide, please. So here are some of the key things that we can provide and take-home message for you. We can help your institution provide better timetables, allowing you to define what better means, and better in terms of the student experience, the staff flexibility, but also for your estates people in terms of making the best use of available space. Secondly, we provide that greater flexibility for staff, so staff can get on with all of the other things they do in their busy lives in terms of delivering education, be that research or being organised other curriculum related activities. We can help you rationalise your resource usage, so look what you currently have and make sure that you are making the best use of that. And then we can suggest how that should be reorganisation or readapted to be able to allow you to make use of that. More recently, we've been helping organizations, large universities, understand the impact of COVID, what that is likely to be, what planning capability you need to be able to run ad hoc scenario plans to inform your senior executives of how you might deliver your timetables, how you might deliver education, and what the impact is of the various national and international standards that may come in place as this developing crisis continues. We can remodel your space to create a better fit. So very often organizations come to us and say, look, I believe we could do things in a less space footprint. We will look at that. And if that be in the operational sense, or if you're planning a new part of your institution, we can make sure that you will build the most appropriate space to deliver the most effective education delivery. We can plan for changes to your curriculum. Organizations worldwide are looking at transformation within their curriculum, how they can teach students at home. And the COVID situation has really brought this to bear, how they can use other pieces of software and other approaches to delivering their curriculum. We can help you plan that and what that implication has on your students, staff, and your space. We can help you understand how you might increase your student numbers, how you might grow, how you can do that in the most efficient way possible. And we can ultimately, we help you reduce your overall delivery costs while providing maximum flexibility for staff and that best student experience. Next slide, please. So to finish with, overall, we can improve your strategic effectiveness through implementation of effective operational change. So it's really getting under and understanding how you operate yourself and how you can actually change to feed into your strategic decision making. We bring into play automation where possible. We look at your procedures and look at efficiency in streamlining those procedures. And where we can, we implement optimization in working practice and also within your underlying software systems. This altogether will enhance your overall student and staff experience while bringing that most effective use of your resource. Importantly, and that is seen now more than ever, it will transform and enhance your planning capability. It uses your timetable as a planning tool. It introduces new ways of planning to understand how you can re-equip and reorganize your organization to deal with what's going on in the world re-COVID and other issues such as increase in student numbers. Next slide, please. And it just leaves me to thank you and pass on to our next speaker. Thank you very much.